Hey, good morning, YouTubers. Sawmill Lt40hd here, and we're at the location of the, guess what, sawmill. We're down at the sawmill shed, and we're going to cut up our first log of the year, and the first log that's cut in over a year. So, and what we're going to get is probably this one right here. It's not a big one. It's let me get a measurement on it. 11 inches, the small end, and it looks to be about 10 foot long. We'll see if we can get a hook on it. Yeah, just about 10 foot too. Anyway, I want to check out make sure it's cutting good and everything. I might cut a couple up, and I don't know how sharp the blade's going to be. I put the blade that was on it when I put it in storage, but for the paint job. And by the way, leave a comment on what you think of the paint job. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. It's not a professional job, but hey, from back here, I think it looks great. And so far, it seems to run like a new one. I mean, the engine runs good after. That's what I wanted to check. We still got gas leaking out of this thing. I'm going to have to do something with that, I guess, before we start running. That might be an issue. So, anyway, that's a brand new hose. I don't know. Anyway, maybe the housing and the filter's cracked, but if it is, I'll put a new filter on it. But anyway, these are the ones that we're working up to. And actually, this one here is 38 inches at the big end. Let's see what it is at the small end. We'll redo this again when we load it up, but just to give you an idea of what we're doing here. It's 32 inches, small end. And this is one of the butt logs. It was a double tree, I think. And we got two butt logs, and the other butt log is over there. So, anyway, I've got some cleaning up to do here a little bit before we, over here, I don't know, I might have put this too close to the wall. I don't have a ton of room here. I want to get those out of here. I want to get those boards out of there, because the sawdust is going to be flying, and I don't know how it's going to work. We'll just have to wait and see. So keep your fingers crossed. Hope everything works out. But I hope. Put a lot of hard work into this, and I'd like to see it work the way I want to. But now we got to figure out what we're going to do with the slab wood. And right now I'm thinking we pulled off the mill here, the slab wood off we'll throw the slabs on the forks, take them off, and just down where that board is, lay them right down in there. And maybe every other day I'll cut the slab wood up into firewood lengths. And by the way, here you notice this wasn't painted here. This is the tail end of it. I couldn't get to it in the barn, and it's just the way it is. It doesn't look pretty, but I also still use my covers. I have my, I'll take one off here. I put my covers on. All that these covers are is hose, split, and that's why my rails look so good after, what is it, 30 years? It really makes a difference. I tried putting stuff on to keep them from rusting. It just doesn't work. Then you got to clean it off, but this seemed to work the best. So anyway, I'll bring you along when I start loading a log. Alright. So far, it's worked exactly the way it's supposed to work. This is a poplar, and it's on the left, which is good. And it's out over the bunk here, and it's out over the bunk here, so we got great support. So what I'm going to do now is fire up the sawmill and get it in position so we can load this log. And I'm really getting anxious. Like, boy, you don't know how long I've waited for this. I love running this mill. It's been a great mill. Now I don't know how the engine's going to run. Now it is still leaking gas. I'm going to run it a little bit and see what happens. Maybe it'll settle in and see. I don't know, but I doubt it. for the engine running. And I don't know if it's getting air bubbles in it. And maybe it's where it's leaking. And I'll have to see about fixing that. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to cut like that. I can't be losing power like that when I'm cutting. So I'm going to, I didn't know I had saw marks in here. I'll cut them off the first cut. I didn't even see them. But anyway, so far everything has just worked fantastic. But I've got to do adjusting on the engine. And maybe it's just a carburetor adjustment. I don't know. Oh boy. Well, nothing's perfect, you know. But I'll bring you along when I get something going here. Okay. I noticed one problem I had. The reason why it wasn't running good. I had the vent closed on the fuel tank. So I opened the vent, and it was starting to suck the tank in. So it was getting a vacuum, so that didn't help. So I don't know if that's going to take care of the situation or not. As far as the gas leak, well, I don't know. It still might be leaking a little here. I'm not sure. And I had to tighten this up a little. And, you know, don't be shocked if this doesn't cut well the first time, because I don't know how sharp this blade is. So, and I'll probably end up having to change it, I'm sure. But maybe I can get this canted before I change it. And let's hope I can get it running here. Let's try it again. And I don't know if there's going to be enough light in here. You know, it's not like it used to be. Now I got a roof over it. So we'll just see what happens here. End of the log is 10.5 inches, and it's 10 foot 2 inches long. Copper. by 7. And that's 7 inches high right now and 8 inches wide. So we're going to go with the 8-inch wide. No, wait. I don't know if I can or not. I'll check. If I can, I'll flip it. But anyway, that's what it is. 7 by 8 can. All right. Okay, the engine's surging, and it sounds, it's either an adjustment or the carburetor needs tore apart and cleaned. I mean, it's a new carburetor. I only have a couple hours on it, but you never know. It is, it's telling us that something's wrong with the carburetor, I think. There's no more air coming out of the gas line. There's no more bubbles coming out, so all the air is worked out. So that's a good thing. So anyway, this is what we got. we ended up getting one, I can't even tell where that was cut. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 4.5 inch by 8 10-foot long poplar boards. Well, yeah, I guess the boards are framing lumber basically, but or you can mill it down to whatever thickness you want to make something, you know. But it is poplar. It's not high grade by any means, but blade didn't seem to cut too bad. It's, you know, it should be changed, I guess, and it will be, especially when we get into the big ones. But I've got to get this engine problem fixed before I even think about cutting those big ones, because they'll never make it through the big ones. I need all the power I got there, and it's not there. So that's got to do it for this video. Appreciate everybody watching. Stay tuned. We got much more here to do, cut, and I'll bring you along when I figure out what's wrong with the engine. And if anybody has any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'd appreciate it. So everybody take care. Have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Okay, back down here at the sawmill, and of course I didn't offload the lumber yet, but I did get rid of the slab wood, and I cut it up right away and I put it in there. And that's what I got out of that little log. That's how much slab wood I got for firewood. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video.